What's going on, guys? Justin, aka Straight Hacks, here back for week 8 of the MDL. This week we are taking on Bocker and the new Toxic Koffings. They have a team that consists of Iron Treads, Terra Bear Scuda, Pelipper, Galarian Weezing, Terra Glastrier, Hisuian Zoroark, Gudra, Kilowattrel, Arboliva, Scrafty, and Blaze Tauros. Let me show you guys what we are bringing to take them on this week. First up, we have our choice specs Keldeo. 16 EVs and HP, 252, special attack, 240 in speed with a timid nature. We're going Surf, Air Slash, Vacuum Wave, and Flip Turn this week with the justified ability. 240 in speed should be enough to outspeed Iron Treads, I believe. And other than that, we're just trying to hit really hard with the Surf, as they don't have a ton of resist. They have Barraskewda, Gudra, and Pelipper, and Arboliva. Everything else is at least neutral. Super effective against, obviously, the Iron Treads and the Tauros. Next up, we have our Terra Steel Rotom Fan holding the heavy duty boots. 248 EVs and HP, 8 in defense, 252 in special attack with a modest nature, Volt Switch, Air Slash, Pain Split, and Will-O-Wisp with the Levitate ability. I just want to be able to get in and out with Volt Switch and do as much damage as possible. Be able to switch into like Pelipper and Volt Switch around. I can get a Will-O-Wisp off the Iron Treads wants to continue to come in. I just got to be careful of if Kilowattrel comes. It's Volt Absorb, obviously. Next up, we have our Ogerpon Hearthflame. 252 attack, 4 defense, 252 speed with a Jolly Nature Ritual Speed Tide. The Zoroark can outspeed everything below that. Despite them being a rain team, I still don't think Ivy Cudgel looks pretty good here. Because it can hit the Glacier and the Iron Treads super effectively. Even though the damage might get reduced in the rain, but also Power Whip looks okay here into, well, really just the Barraskewda, but it will help with that. Trailblaze, till we can try to get outspeed maybe a Scarfer, like the Scarf, maybe the Zoroark comes, it could be Scarfed. Play Rough for the Gudra, and yeah, and that's going, and the Scrafty. Next up, we have our Terra Fairy Focus Sash as a 40 EVs and HP, 262 in special attack, and 216 in speed with a timid nature. We're going Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, Nasty Plot this week with the Levitate ability. Fairy to help against really the biggest threat, which would be the Scrafty, if obviously we didn't Terra, and a specially defensive wall like Gudra, neither of which can Terra, so they're both be weak to our Fairy. Psychic does good damage into everything that doesn't resist it, and then Flamethrower is there for the Iron Treads, which does resist Psychic, and I think that's it. I think it's their only actual Psychic resist. So next up, we have another Psychic type, our choice Scarf Gardevoir, 44 EVs and HP, 252 in special attack, and 212 in speed with a timid nature. We're going Psychic, Moonblast, Mystical Fire, and Destiny Bond with the Trace ability. Psychic is good, again, into everything that's not Iron Treads. Moonblast, good for the Gudra, as well as the Scrafty, and then Mystical Fire for the Iron Treads, and the Glacier if we need it. Next up, and I believe our last team member, our Citrus Berry Swampert, 248 EVs and HP, 8 in attack, and 222 in special defense with a careful nature. We're going Earthquake, Roar, Stone Edge, and Stealth Rock this week with the Torrent ability. Earthquake does good damage to everything except the Gudra, which will most likely be Levitate, and the Kilowattrel, as well as the Pelipper. So third flying or Levitators, and they have the Arboliva as well. Otherwise, decent damage to everything else. Stonehenge is there for the Kilowattrel and the Pelipper, and then Stealth Rock to get our hazards up, and Roar to be able to get things switched in and out against us, so that we don't just let things sit in front of us and maybe try to set up or anything like that. That's going to be the team we're bringing to take on Bocker this week. Stay tuned next week for the playoffs, since we have made the playoffs. We are currently 6-1, so 7-1 or 6-2 next week. We should be in the playoffs. We will be facing potentially players from the other division as well, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys next week, or for the battle, and then hopefully next week as well. All right, we're back for the battle against Bocker. Let me see. Let me write down that they brought Scuda, Pelipper, Class, Trier, Weezing G, Scrafty, and Kilowattrel. Okay, I'm just gonna lead Rotom like has been my plan during prep. Let me make sure. I'm just trying to make sure I get the Terras. Okay, I need to type them. Alright, Fairy, Glastrier, and Water on the Barraskewda. Okay. Let's see if it's just a Pelipper lead or not. It's a Weezing. Okay. We're gonna Rotom here. Okay, so it's Levitate because we would see neutralizing gas, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna, it's fine. I'm just gonna Volt Switch. I don't know what I want to go into. Probably just Swampert, to be honest. I don't really want to get Toxic, but I also don't want to take this poison move on my Gardevoir or a hit on the Azelf because it has the Focus Sash. I'm hoping they just switch out. And if they go into Kilowattrel, that's fine. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we do just under half. I am just going to go into Swampert here. See if they maybe Toxic, maybe they just Will-O-Wisp, maybe they attack Spikes. Okay. They're Black Sludge. Okay. Black Sludge on the Weezing. I'm just gonna put up my own rocks. I assume they're gonna go for Spikes again here. Oh, they're gonna Will-O-Wisp us. That's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get myself rocks up. And now I'm just gonna roar them out. Although they're probably gonna get both layers of Spikes, which is unfortunate, but I do have 2 Levitators, so that they'll be unaffected, obviously. Or they can get rid of their own Spikes. That's fine by me, to be honest. Okay, into Kilowattrel. I think I just want to put my rocks back up. We're gonna withdraw. I'm just gonna go hard back into the Weezing. Yeah, okay. I kind of want to make a slightly aggressive play on the defog that's likely coming here. And I want to go into Azelf. maybe be able to get a nasty plot up. And we can just kind of break from there. 'Cause I'd imagine they defog here. They do, okay. Obviously gonna drop our evasiveness, doesn't really matter. But I am gonna get a nasty plot up and see what they decide to do. Here, going with draw. To this crafty, okay. Intimidate's fine, doesn't matter. We are special as of. And we are Terra Fairy, so this should do a lot if they stay in. Or it should kill if they stay in. Barring like a focus sash. But they know I'm Terra Fairy, so I don't imagine they stay in here. Although they do. Are they sashed? Or even Roselli Berry, I don't think they live. Unless they're, I guess, maybe AV, but even then, I don't know, +2 if they take one here. Because they don't have Terra on this crafty. So, Azelf, KO's, Crafty, with Gleam. Okay. It's a good start for us. Oh, we'll take down the Scrafty, so no more Intimidate for them. A good thing for us here is we still kept our Focus Sash intact. And they don't know about that, obviously, so. And they really don't have much to go into here, right? Like, it feels like maybe they put up the ring. I guess it don't really matter because the Barraskewda is always faster than us anyway. Just go hard into Glastrier. Okay. Glastrier versus my Azelf at +2. It does have very good special defense. They probably are going to Terra Fairy to avoid. So I think I just click Psychic here. They don't Terra? Wow. Oh, their AV is Hail. Okay, we hang on with our Focus Sash. Okay, my hope is that they thought, maybe they think they're not going to Terra because they don't think I have Flamethrower because I didn't click it there. But if they do Terra, good play on them, on their part. Let's take them down. Nice. Alright. Azelf KO's Blast with Flamethrower. Okay, so Barraskewda probably comes out and revenges us here, but that's perfectly fine because we have a 2-0 advantage now. Mario? Okay, this is the Barraskewda. I'm fine taking a 2-for-1 trade. They're gonna flip turn, which is fine. Because we get to see what they go into before we make our move, which is nice. Into Wheezing, okay. Okay, so based on how much my Rotom fan did to Wheezing, we'll switch to just about 50. A Psychic from God of War should put this down. Tracer Levitate, nice. Okay. So we are just gonna Psychic here. Nothing really wants to take this because I am modest scarf here. Or sorry, no, I'm not. I'm timid. I'm timid choice scarf still. Even still, you know, max special attack. This thing hits pretty hard. They don't necessarily want to take this damage here, but neither. They don't have much left to go into. Like the Kill Watcher will take a decent amount. The Pelipper still takes a decent amount, and they don't want to take it on Barraskewda. It's gonna be the Kill Watcher. Okay. So my hope is this does over half. Oh, way over half. And we are scarfed, so we will take down the Kilowatt Healer unless they are scarfed also. Or they switch out. They do stay in, and they're going to go down to our Psychic. There's Kilo, Psychic. Cool, okay. I imagine Pelipper comes out here, probably, to set up the rain for Barraskewda. Yeah, so that seems like that's going to be Pelipper. I imagine they just U-turn here, but I'm just going to click Psychic again. I will switch out on the Barraskewda, though. The main reason for that being I have Destiny Bond, and if I want to come back in and click that, I can do that. So they're going to U-turn into the Barraskewda, probably. Well, definitely. The Weezing's not coming out here. So Barraskewda, Terra Water. They actually don't touch Keldeo very well. I think I am, though, just go... Not run. I think I'm just going to sack my Swampert. It might not actually kill here, but... I imagine they're going to Terra Water here. Wave... It could be Wave Crash also, but that would do some big recoil damage, which I'd be fine with. That's if they're choice banded. If they don't kill it, well, let's see what move it is first, and then I can do some calcs for it. It's gonna be Liquidation. Okay, that killed. I think it has to be banded. Like Adamant Band. In that case, this should do. It took Keldeo. It should do 48 to 57. There's a chance it's not a 2-hit KO to Keldeo. And Secret Sword pretty much always kills. Vacuum Wave should actually be 2-hit KO though. Surf is also 2-hit KO. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Surf here to see if they switch out. If they don't, I should live to this Choice Banded Liquidation and then be able to switch out into my Rotom, sack that off. They are going to switch. Perfect. Nothing wants this hit anyway. Weezing's gonna go down. Keldeo, okay, so it's Weezing with Surf. No chance this thing is Choice Scarf, right? I say I don't even risk it. I just go to Rotom every time. Yeah, it does nothing. Doesn't confuse, so we're good there. Oh, they are scarfed, okay. Okay, so Pelipper goes down to Volt Switch. I mean, I just go back to Keldeo because he can't really touch us. Actually, I think it does get Psychic Fangs. Does this rain go down here, though? It does. Okay, so we're, I don't think that doesn't actually matter here. If he has Psychic Fangs, it can kill us. But otherwise, we'll see. If it's Banded Adamant with Psychic Fangs, there's a roll for it to kill us here. But if he does that, then Gardevoir beats him. So he's just going to Liquidation. That shouldn't do much. He just does about half. And the Secret Sword should take him out. Awesome. And that's going to be game. All right. So big win for us heading into playoffs. We did go 7-1 this season. So big season for us. Hopefully we're able to keep that going in the playoffs. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for the playoffs.